Malcolm in the middle.
Oh, we got an I Love You Hal from over there. Way to mix it up, dude. What's up, Brian? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Gareth, how are you feeling? Last year you were here, you didn't have anything to show. We showed this mood piece just because you hadn't started yet. Now, are you guys done filming? Where are you in the process?
We literally finished our last day of shooting 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
We were in Hawaii and we did a night shoot, and as soon as it wrapped, we pretty much got on the plane, came straight to San Diego to do this with you guys.
Are you conscious right now, or are you a little fried?
I've been in a bubble for a year. It's so surreal, and then we get off the plane, and the first thing I see driving down the street is graffiti of Kick-Ass, and I'm like, that's Arab. And then we pull around another corner, and they've got this Breaking Bad, and it's like, it's Brian. And there was nothing with Lizzie though.
Except this panel. So tell us about the bubble from the last year. When you were here last year, you had ideas, you had plans. Do you feel like you were able to execute those through the shooting process? What can you tell us?
I know everybody that does this sort of thing comes up on stage and they suck up to the studio and the producers and that, but genuinely, Thomas is not here, but Legendary and Warner's honestly could not be more supportive. The crew that I work with, they've made these kind of movies a lot, and I asked them, because I have nothing to compare it to, I was like, how does this compare to the other ones? They say, seriously, I've never worked on a film like this. The creative freedom we had and the general goodwill out of producers is pretty incredible, really.
So generally, you're no different from any other setup.
That's not what I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to be like, so I want to say in the studio, suck it! And then spike the microphone. Elizabeth, what can you tell us about your involvement in the movie? What was it like for you to do a movie of this scale? Are you used to it? Are you really used to this?
Scale. Did you notice what he did there?
See, that was accidental. Yeah.
It was actually, I actually expected it to be really different, but it felt small, it felt creative. I never waited around for 2 hours for a setup. We were on set the whole time, just going at it. So it kind of felt like, an independent, smaller production in a way.
We would wait 2 hours for you to turn up, that's why.
No.
For you, it was just like, oh, I arrived, it's already.
No, I play like a nurse and a mother, so that is false.
What about for you, Eric?
I think what Gareth brings is exactly that, an intimacy that, it's a family, I remember when we first met and we were talking about it, it's that, the way he wanted to shoot it was it happened to be a big budget art film, really, the way he wanted to shoot it and the way he wanted to direct it, and it had a lot of emotion and a great kind of journey through it.
I would
these characters.
I hope not.
But yeah, it was I had a fantastic time doing it. It was kind of beautiful.
Brian, when you were a kid, did you watch the creature feature of the Friday nights, the Godzilla movies, the kaiju films?
You asked it because I'm the old guy.
Well, no,
I watched it when I could.
When you watch the stone television with a parrot inside and he's complaining about his job.
Oh yeah, that was good. Then I would have a coffee enema and make my way to the toilet. Godzilla was always my favorite monster when I was young because he was unapologetic. There was no, King Kong. It was like. I don't want to see that. I want to see destruction. I'm a boy, So that was, it was, But at first, I didn't know if this was a good project for me to do, because it's so huge. Someone once offered me the role to do the play version of Wizard of Oz and to play the Scarecrow, and I thought, hey, that would be that's just a losing situation because you have to do an impression of the Scarecrow or else people would boo you. And this is so enormous that I thought, I don't know if stepping into those shoes would be a good idea. And then I talked to Gareth for several hours over a few conversations, and then I watched his movie Monsters. Have you seen Monsters? It was a terrific movie. move. You should rent that movie if you haven't. And it was fantastic because he was able to make a monster movie into also a character-driven component that you really felt for these people, and it was great. And so that's what he transformed this Godzilla into. So you really invest in these people, and you still get Godzilla. So you get all of that one pack.
Nice.
Oh, he's the best. How do you sort of balance out the, obviously there's, for a Godzilla movie, there's going to be an expectation of like, there's a monster, but then, like Brian was saying, how do you as the director balance out the humanity part and the monster smash part?
We took a lot of time trying to figure out what the storyline would be and the characters that we would follow, and it was important to me that the people we chose to follow would naturally be at the heart of the whole Godzilla side of things, so they wouldn't feel like two separate things that were kind of forced together, that they inherently would be part of the monster side. But and I don't know what we're allowed to give away or not, but it's so weird coming up and promoting something and they sort of say, don't give anything away, don't say anything. It's like, but talk for 20 minutes, don't say anything.
There's a monster in it.
It's called Godzilla, it's got a big creature in it, and these guys are in it. And
I mean, there is a lot riding on, not to put too much pressure on you, but there's a lot riding because I think people have been wanting to see like the Godzilla movie of our generation for a really long time.
I mean, yeah, definitely. When I came to, we filmed it in Canada, and on the way, yay. They're very polite, they don't really shout like...
And the Canadian Godzilla is really nice.
Yeah. He's helping people set up a triage. Thanks for the poutine, Godzilla.
On the way into Canada, like as part of it, on the way out as well, you go through US immigration, and like when we first started, when we first arrived, I was going through US immigration. They're like, "Why are you here?" "I'm making a film." "What's the film?" We had a code name. I think it's out there now.
Oh, I never said.
You never said?
We can say that.
It's like when you talk to like the government, I got really nervous lying or something.
I know.
Yeah. I didn't use the code name. I don't want to get in trouble.
It was
Nautilus.
Nautilus.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's that?" "Oh, it's just," and I sort of lied a little bit. And he said, "You got to fill out this form. You got to fill out this form." I went away, and he obviously looked me up on the internet. And he came back. He was like, "Are you directing Godzilla?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Don't fuck it up, man."
Never get back into this country again.
And I was like, I'll try. And then the guy in the cubicle next to him, the other immigration officer, went, "You're doing Godzilla?" And I was like, and he's like, "Don't fuck it up." And they both, I spent 20 minutes before I could go through, and they told me what it had to include and what had to be part of it.
You have a responsibility to Canada now. Let's open up the floor to questions. I'm sure you guys have questions.